After hearing all of these nations speak, we will choose to be concise and not so incessant like Russia. The point still remains. We are the least to blame for World War I. We were repeatedly questioned for our motives behind designing and building a new class of warships, as well as Germany accusing us for our ships being offensive even though the dreadnoughts were made for the sole purpose of defense. We were not the cause for the start of a naval arms race.
By definition, a race needs more than one person. So how can we have started an arms race if we're the only person in it? By Germany joining the arms race, they make it an arms race.
These acts were necessary in order to maintain national safety and the safety of our colonies, and Germany was not threatened to build their own warships, giving us no blame for the beginning of this war. The war quite literally began with the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand, and the tension was exacerbated from there on. We had to join the war. We had a treaty with Belgium in 1839, giving Belgium neutrality and independence, so we had an obligation to step in and defend our allies. If Germany had gained Belgium ports, which was undoubtedly their goal, it would have served as a serious threat to our nation. We can break down our declaration of war on Germany into two things. One, the attack on an ally is something we cannot excuse, being we have an oath to our allies that we are sworn to protect them, and we expect them to do the same. Number two, the invasion of Belgian ports. Germany had declared war on France, and their only way to penetrate their defenses was to get through Belgium first. We are all aware from that point forward, Germany entered by force. Not only is this an act of war by infiltrating a nation they had not yet declared on, but we also see Germany would not cease to falter in being the aggressor. Within hours of Germany's attack on France through Belgium, we declared war on Germany. All this to say, Great Britain had one fault in all of this, and that was not acting on the impulsive nature of Germany's military sooner. Everyone in this room can mention us starting the arms race as much as you want, but you cannot deny the fact that we never used any military force against any nation in this room before, and it simply created a stalemate between us and Germany. There was no bloodshed. This is where we differ from Germany, however, because after building such an insurmountable naval force, they used that power to declare war, whereas we did it to support an ally. So what this means is nothing we did provoked the start of the war, and Germany simply acted on their own impulsion. You may point the finger all you want, but the facts are non-negotiable. The facts are, Germany issued a blank check to a pitiful and crippling Austria-Hungary, knowing there was a very plausible possibility of a war sparking with Russia, our ally. Austria-Hungary is the kickstart of World War I, a foreign affair we had no place in. So this nullifies any argument for us being the scapegoat. We realize that we are not the perfect nation, and there may be room for improvement. But these are not faults that were proven to be detrimental to anyone who had declared war or had been declared on. Your Honor, I urge you to consider the facts and hear our plea that we were simply trying to be a friend to a nation that needed a strong naval force, one to protect its people, for honor and for country. We, Great Britain, are not to blame for the war.
Thank you very much.